All right, countdown.
Yes, sir.
And there's a special auto show intro, so
Oh, man, that's my man.
stand by for that.
Hard news.
Saw that.
We need to start putting the word hard in more things. No, not having any. Not connected. It's all
No?
good. Nah, it's all good.
Here,
You don't need it.
Yeah, we good. Yeah.
use that one.
Keep it there. I can see it. Good. I'm Jason Amenix. Welcome on the car show. I like Jason. I'm just being silly.
No,
I'm just being an asshole. I like him fine. I'm fine enough. I don't know him that well.
yeah, same.
All right.
Are we up against a bunch of good football right now, or what?
Cowboys, Commanders.
Cowboys. Commanders.
No wonder.
Why, is 3 people in here?
Yeah, there's 20 people in here.
I can't control that.
That's fine. It'll.
Yeah. This makes us look cool. People watch this show. Look at that picture. That's great.
Yep.
That's right.
We're on air too.
Right
Oh,
now.
hello, Air.
Yep. Hot mic is a nice mic.
Oh, hot mic. Hot mic.
All right, let's do a damn deal, boys.
Let's do it, baby.
What up, AD? What up,
Gonna
Bob
do a damn
Renfro?
deal.
AD, making sure we get that Texas cheer live up in this
We
biatch.
got you on the run sheet today, sir.
He's like, hey,
All right, we go on mute.
Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios, here's Rudy J. and Mike Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. You know, I had a guy reach out to me this week, and I'm not going to give his name.
okay, yeah, we don't
He's
do
a
that.
Former radio employee. And he sent me a DM, and he was like, "Hey, man, I'm one of the." He was one of the mass casualties at my previous employer
Okay.
in the last
Oh,
month.
yeah.
You know, there's been a bloodletting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a river of blood flowing from iHeart headquarters, and he sent me a DM, and he's like, "Man, I've decided that I'm not going to screw with this anymore. Can I call you to get some advice or some like how-tos on how to go on my own, start my own company, my own podcast, and, you know, do what y'all do because what y'all do looks awesome." And I'm like, well, yeah, hit me up this week. We're supposed to talk. I'm like, rule number 1, find you a little Asian man who's really good at the technical aspects of this business.
Did y'all see that?
That was awesome.
awesome.
I'm proud to be a part of
That
this
is
show.
what, LG, is that what they call in the business a B-roll edit?
What was that?
We call
What do you
that
call
a
that?
we call that a roll in or a
Dude,
highlight reel.
That was so cool.
Yo, what's her name? Tanya?
Tanya.
We got to email that to Tanya.
Oh,
LG.
yeah, for sure. She's going to love that. They should just run that next
With the
year
grand
on a
invoice
big
attached
screen
to it.
here, whether we're involved with it or not.
Yeah, you don't even have to put me and Mike in it. Just give her that clip.
That
was
was
awesome.
great, man. That's the reason why people like Nokia have him fly into
Right.
Atlanta and spend a week. You know,
Right.
I'm glad you decided this was an important remote because look how good it is when he contributes. Welcome to the 2024 San Antonio Auto and Truck Show, presented by In the Building. We are in the building. It is Love You Hard TV. We're proud. We're thankful. We couldn't. People like Tanya and a guy called Alex and I bumped into the great Rick Cavender the other day.
Really?
Yeah, that was cool. And a big player. The Ford exhibit here is incredible. So we're at the car show, man. You know, when we decided to start doing shows, doing remotes, I mean, it's fine. It's fun. It gets us out to the public. But having an opportunity to come out and be a part of something like this makes us look legit. I know we're legit, but this makes us look more legitimate. You know what I mean? So welcome.
For sure.
We have a really cool location, too. I can't thank everybody enough here at the auto show who's given us this prime real estate. So this is the main entrance right here directly ahead. When you come in, you can't miss us. You'll see our bright light. You'll see our
Super
speaker. We are in between. If you're coming out here, we're in between pillars 312 and 311.
Easy, right next to the Ford Bronco.
Yeah, right next to the beautiful white Ford Bronco.
And Hyundai electric cars.
I'm going to try to stay on task over the next 90 minutes to 2 hours, however long we go, because my ADHD kicks in.
Mine too.
In something like this, and I'm like, ooh, look, there they have a raft. Oh, look at that Volkswagen.
Exactly.
Oh, well, that's cool, Ford. Oh, what's she talking about? Oh, how about that simulator?
And then I'm trying to get out of here because I got a teenager that thinks she deserves a car.
Oh,
no. And is currently taking pictures in cars.
Let me say something.
She ain't getting no new car. She's getting a hoopty.
I was going to say, I don't want to get anybody in trouble because these dealers would love to sell her a car. Well, they would sell. They'd love to sell you a car for her.
Right.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't come off wrong. This is not where you come to buy your teenager their first key vehicle.
No. Well, it depends on your tax bracket.
Well, even then, though, man,
right?
unless you're D-bag, you want to get your kid a $80,000 Mercedes-Benz, you know. I mean, I guess people do that. Like, I would, if you were a rich guy, let's say you were rich.
I'm listening.
You want her in a safe vehicle for sure. Let's get serious. I'm not being silly. Let's get serious.
I could have $1 billion right now. She's not getting a Benz or a Range Rover.
No. Just get her a nice little Volkswagen.
You're getting a little Corolla.
Brand new. They're safe.
Yeah.
Camrys are super. Something safe and practical.
Safe. Yeah.
But yeah, if you want a Range Rover, good luck, sweetheart, in the future when you get that big job.
Yeah, you get on your own.
Yeah, for sure. But, boy, I tell you right now, I want to buy half these things. We talked about this the other day.
I want to go electric.
You do? Okay, that's a good.
I'm down to go electric.
Okay.
But me and LG were talking before the show started. Because there's an electric charging station right by one of the Texas Cheers I work at, and I be seeing people have to sit there, like, and charge their vehicle. I'm like, do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to have to be like, okay, when I'm driving to, let's say, like, perfect example, this week I'm driving to Oklahoma. Do I want to have to stop at Buc-ee's for an hour to charge my vehicle? Like, normally if I stop at Buc-ee's, I get gas.
On the market yet. We've got massive amounts of, like you said, EV cars. And if you want to come test drive one, you can. There's a huge ride and drive. See, right over here where I came in, where I parked on the docks, that's where you drive cars out to test drive them. I don't know where they let you go, but when I went over to the corner, all these different dealers were over there trying to get me to sign up for a test drive. So you can come out and test drive any one of these things. Do not let that girl of yours get behind.
No,
don't let her test drive.
She can test drive all she wants. She's not getting the car.
All right. Just you said that now. I don't want you. You don't get talked into it.
Not happening.
All right, don't get talked into it or nothing like that.
Let's go back up to Herb Phillips.
What's up, Herb?
Shout out to Rudy J. It's Herb. That bottle was straight. Thanks, buddy. Herb came out to Texas Cheer Liquor #1 last night. Big fan. Loves you. Came out, supported. Got a little in the building tequila bottle. So shout out to you, Herb. Appreciate you, brother. And Brian, Mexican Whitener. $2, lost audio, but the audio is back.
Okay, cool. Well, okay, we're at a giant warehouse.
Yes, it's
and by the way,
happen.
yeah, there's no way that I would have been able to do this had LG not been able to do it too. Probably, I'd have been like, yeah, it would have been sad. But
I didn't think LG
awesome.
was going to make it.
No.
The fact that he did, this looks even better.
Yeah, and he flew in Friday night from Atlanta, and still was able to get out here yesterday and put together that killer intro. And
That was
matter of
fire.
fact, we've now hired an in the building correspondent, apparently, something called Todd.
I saw
Clint.
this in your text.
Clint, my bad.
I saw this
Sorry,
in your
I
text.
should. That's
What
what
are we
I get for
talking
not
about?
reading. My bad, Clint. We got something called Clint Dodge, what a great name to
That's a
debut
great
a
name
correspondent.
for a car show.
Yeah, so I think I've met Clint Dodge. I have not seen what he did. So something called Clint Dodge. I'll write this name down.
Can we play the intro again?
It wasn't fire.
I want to see it again before
We
the
might
show's
get
over.
more views if we just play the intro 50 times in a row. It's better than anything we're going to say.
Clint, Todd, Biff.
Cool. Well, get your ass
Shout out
here
to Biff.
and hang out with us. And by the way, so look what I showed this to the guys last night. Nina made this for me last
What
night.
is that? Oh, thank you, Nina.
Y'all know I didn't do this.
No, we know.
We have QR codes now that I put in a picture frame that you can scan and follow us on YouTube and Spotify. Y'all see that? If you're watching this show and you're not a subscriber, turn off now. Screw you. I don't want you watching. You can't watch my show unless you're a subscriber. There's no excuse because it's free.
It's
Absolutely free. All right, so I've got plaques. If you're not signed up and you come by here today, this plaque will be on this table as long as we're here. Click that and join. If you're an old guy, I'll show you how to do it. It's super easy. I also have the 2024 in the building for the kids Red Kettle Sizzin' Kettle out here, in which we're going to have this thing on display a lot this year. We're advertising the barbecue for next year, but this is for the Red Kettle, which I'm going to have this out a few times between now and Christmas. But we got this sitting out here. Thank you, Rudy, for putting it up. It's not a turkey.
It's not.
It's a peacock. The kids did this for me over at the center.
What made them go peacock instead of turkey?
Because it's called the Peacock Building. It's on Peacock
Oh,
Avenue.
got you.
That's their mascot. Although it's Thanksgiving and it looks like a peacock, it looks like a turkey. It's actually a peacock.
No, it looks like a peacock.
All right, so we've set the show up. We're at the auto show. The exhibits are great. We've got, all the major players that are. The Ford setup is huge. We do have a Range Rover. Hint, hint, wink,
We do?
wink. If you
I haven't
decide you want to
seen
buy
it.
one, there's some over here.
I saw the Benz.
We got Audi.
Benz.
We got Mercedes.
Hyundai Electric.
We've got.
We got Kia. Kia has some nice vehicles.
Tell you what, boy, Kia was your grandma's car when it first came out.
Now
How about where Kia's gone?
Kia. You know who else has nice cars, like luxury, high-end cars? Hyundai, those, what is it, the G90, the Genesis?
Genesis, yeah.
They're like Benzes, but they're Hyundais. But they're
Right.
fire. How you doing, man?
Yeah, this is cool. This is you get distracted by people already?
I'd just like to speak. If I make eye contact with you, I speak.
If she ain't a subscriber, I don't want nothing to do with her.
What's wrong with this dude?
Step over
Nina.
here and get subscribed.
Nina, come get your man.
We need to have like one of them guys you see on the corner, like with the flipping signs, trying to get people to come
Or
into
no,
our
we
remotes.
need one of the. Yo, you know what we need? We need one of those.
The inflatable dancing man?
and
Yeah, that would
yeah,
be cool.
yeah, that
In the
would be
building.
cool.
We could have
We
it
need
set
that.
up like right over here. Yeah.
Well, because we set up today, me and LJ looked at each other. We looked at each other and we thought, okay, this is cool, but we need.
This is a cool
I
shot.
like this background. This is cool, but like when we have like some other remotes at other places that don't have this insane background.
Well, when we're in here competing against Ford,
Well,
and,
yeah,
you know,
I want,
and
how come
Mercedes
hey,
Benz.
man, I want what
Come on
Ford
now.
has. That's not cool. I want what Ford has.
Oh, you want that lit up?
I want the neon sign and all that.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
that would be
not
dope.
gonna happen.
We at least
Get
need
that budget.
We at least need. I'm working on it. We at least need like a little press conference thing behind us.
Sure,
you know? Something
sure.
like that. You know,
Does
with
it
our
say
logo.
in the
and all that.
building?
We're working on that.
Should it say in the building or should it say love you
I
hard?
love you hard, but in the building, like in the corner, something like that. You know, both, something like that. Hey, man, what's up, dude?
What up?
If y'all want to help us get on the
here,
road
these
to having if we're ever going to do what Ford's doing, we need y'all to help. We need y'all to help pay for it.
We need help.
We don't have a tax plan on our show, but we donate to the charitable fund, and you may do that by jumping into the super chat and sending us some money. And Big Al sent us $2. Spurs with a nice win last night. Yes,
We're going to talk about that.
Louis Flores, $2 in the building. Thank you, fellas. Be safe. We will, Luis. And so that's our setup. Now we're ready to roll. All right, man. That was a very nice win last night.
Well, when you think about the last couple wins, they beat Oklahoma without him, Wembanyama, and then they beat Golden State last night. Those are the top 2 teams in the West.
Yeah.
2 solid wins.
Championship.
And I was coined the biggest Wembanyama hater in the world by
You're very hard on them.
By somebody on X. But they were like, hey, it's cool, we need a villain. I didn't think I was a Wemby hater.
You're hard on him, but you have high
A
expectations.
tough love.
Yeah.
Because Wemby wants to be coached hard.
Right.
Wemby doesn't want Dale Harris.
No.
Wemby wants Phil Jackson.
Right.
Wemby wants Pop. He don't want all of San Antonio being like, oh, you're so good. Don't worry about it. I know you got a hangnail. He don't want that.
Understood. Thank you, John Fox. Make sure you guys let me buy you and Rudy at LG lunch soon. Of course, $9.99. You just helped buy a burger. You just paid for my hamburger I had today. Thank you, John.
How was the burger?
AKA Russ. Really good. Oh, let me since we're setting up the show still.
Setting up the show, yeah.
This ain't no dank-ass Frost Bank Center food here.
Wow, sir.
This stuff's good.
Okay.
We went to the Spurs game the other night. I almost poisoned myself. I'm not kidding. My hamburger bun had mold on it.
For real?
I'm not kidding. And thank God Nina saw it. I was about to take a big old bite of it. I had to take it back to the dude.
Did you show him?
Yeah, he was upset. He was embarrassed, and he chewed out the kitchen staff. Got me another burger, and it tasted terrible.
This is a tasty
It was
burger.
not. Maybe it was our section. I don't know. I mean, I've had all the different kind of seats you can have at Frost Bank Center, which I'll still never get used to saying.
Yeah, me neither.
I've had all the different levels of food you can have. We had third-class food the other night.
He said third class.
I got a hamburger, chicken strip, a beer, and a Coke.
It was $38.
$55.
Oh, I was
And
17 short.
And I had mold on the bread. That ain't bueno, man.
It was $55.
$55.
$55.
They're charging the same prices just about as what Jerry World is charging.
And then for mold?
To get some moldy bread. So to bring it back to here to the auto show,
Yeah, let's
I
talk
don't know
about it.
whoever the Hank B. Gonzalez people, whoever they're using as their vendors to provide their food, it's good. I had a burger and it was delicious. It was great, and they've got like real healthy options too, grilled chicken salads. They got all the ballpark food. They got nachos and hot dogs and stuff. But they got like a bratwurst. They got the burger, which is really nice, and real healthy salads and everything. They got eggs, hard-boiled eggs. You can get in like the little health pack, with like the little bread and the nuts and the cheese and the egg. They got that here, and the prices are fine. $9 for that hamburger.
Oh, okay.
AT&T. I mean, Frostbank, $15 so I can eat rat food.
Easy.
That wasn't no good.
Easy.
So if we're going to have a new arena,
Ruben Navarro.
we're trying to get a $1 billion arena built right back here, by the way, right behind this convention center. We're going to build that. I'm going to need bread with no mold on it. So let's consider that when I don't know who we're going to do a food deal with. Yeah. When SSC moves over to the new arena here in a few years, which I have no doubt we will build for sure. Yeah. We need to get somebody like Aramark or somebody decent involved, because whoever's running the other night, that was like the
Aramark's at the Dome.
That ain't no good.
They're at the Dome.
I think so, yeah. We need to get them involved with what goes on with the Spurs going forth. Anyway, it was bad, but the food here's great. All right, so.
Who we got? Ruben Navarro, 199. Good morning from Ontario, Canada.
That's Cali.
That's not Canada?
Yeah.
That's Canada.
Yeah. There's an Ontario, California, too.
Really?
I think it's up in the northern region.
I'm an idiot, then.
No, I think it's I'm going to make myself look dumb.
LG,
I think it's in the northern part of the
verifier.
state.
Is this Canada or is this Cali?
That's Cali.
He put CA.
Yeah, that's Canada. That's Cali.
California.
Yeah,
That's
Cali.
I don't know.
I'm an idiot.
I think it's Northern California is what I want to say. I believe that. All right. So, anyway, thanks for your money, Ruben. Okay. So, last night, and I want to get your take on this because you're harder on them than I tend to be, and I tend to be a bit of a homer, and I admit that on occasion.
Southern California by L.A., by the way.
Okay, so there it is. So the Spurs come back from down 17 points last night. There was 1:30 to play in the third. They're down 17. Everyone's turning it off. They come back and stun the Warriors, 104-94, completely shut Golden State down on defense, and closed the game with a 40-13 run. Ran the Warriors out of the gym Wemby, who didn't do anything in the first 3 quarters, looked like Wilt Chamberlain in the fourth.
As he should.
He went for 12
He was
points.
rusty.
12
He had
points.
been out.
You're right.
He had been
12
out.
points, 5 assists, 2 blocks in winning time last night, and the Spurs run him off the floor and get a nice win. Harrison Barnes has scored 20 points. He's had 20-plus points in all 3 of their victories, which has been key with their injury issues. And Stephon Castle stepped up last night.
Hey, is he right now? I know y'all call me a hater.
Who?
Not y'all, not you, the city. I think right now, Castle's in the clubhouse as Rookie of the Year. No, is that too much? If I'm missing somebody,
the white boy with the Lakers had a 38 point game. Connect.
I like him. I like him.
He's
a
smooth.
baller. He's a gamer. The kid out of University of Tennessee, the real
Right.
UT.
Yeah.
But
Castle
right now,
was
I
fantastic
think
last
Castle's the Rookie of the Year right now. Help me out, chat. I don't know if I'm wrong. If I'm being a homer, I don't mind being told.
Well, and he doesn't even start.
Well, the thing about it is, I'm gonna say this in my quiet voice. He wasn't flourishing when Pop was coaching.
Okay, it's his first week in the league, and Pop got sick.
Well, Pop hates young people.
He does hate young
Unless
people.
your name's Victor Wembanyama.
He likes you, and he hates all other young. No, I think believe me, Pop's still coaching.
Oh,
He's just doing it from home. Mitch ain't out there running free.
Mitch has
No way.
You know what Mitch has done? You know what? And I know LG hates this. The person that gets to the dog park and lets their dog off the leash and lets him run free. That's what Mitch is doing with Castle.
Or has Pop told Mitch to let him loose? It ain't like Pop can't speak.
Yeah.
You reported last week.
Somebody saw him at the
He's
Rock.
been back at the Rock doing stuff. Steve Kerr said last night he talks to him all the time, and he will absolutely be fine. Steve said that last night.
So Pop is pulling a Pop and low managing and letting Mitch get his feet wet.
I mean, stroke's a pretty good excuse to miss a few weeks of work. But maybe Pop's like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and milk this thing. This is pretty nice sitting on the couch.
Yeah, you know what? Adrian Morales
long as
is
you're
right.
fine.
The Philly kid, the one who paints his nails out of Duke, he's been balling.
Why are you so hung up on these young bucks
No,
who paint
I
their
don't.
nails?
I've worked with a dude that does. I
Really?
know a lot of guys that do. Shaq used to paint his toenails. I don't have a problem with it. I just forget his name.
threw
He has a
Caleb
nail.
Williams under the bus
He has
the
a
other day.
nail deal. You making money?
Oh, I would do if they're paying me. I'll paint everything I've got, and I mean everything.
Everything.
Just saying. All right, so I want to keep it real though, because they were great. They ran the Warriors off the floor. Stephon Castle was terrific. He checked Steph Curry too. He did. He was terrific on defense. He handled business for sure, and did a great job. And Chris Paul said after the game last night, Steph does not act like he's 19. Steph Castle acts like he's 39. He acts like he's my age. The way he handles himself, you would think he's been in the league for a long time just on his attitude, work ethic, and all that kind of thing, And
Fair.
Sounds right. I mean, the Spurs picked him. So I have a dark horse coaching candidate here.
For who?
Now, right now, it's probably Mitch Johnson. I think this is on-the-job training. It's an on-the-job interview for Mitch. Mitch, right now, I wouldn't have to. I think there's a 40% chance Mitch Johnson's the next head coach of the Spurs whenever Pop does decide to go ahead and take off. Now, there's probably 3 or 4 other guys that are 20%ers. Let me throw a name out here for possible future Spurs head coach. Ready for it?
Yeah.
Chris Paul III.
It's a hot take.
We'll lay out and let you think about that. Let that marinate.
That's a hot take.
I have nothing inside that tells me that. All I know is I saw a 39-year-old guy who for 20 years has said he would love to play for Pop.
Well, point guards make good coaches.
Loves Tim Duncan. They go back to their
Wake
youth.
Forest, yeah.
Chris tweeted a picture of him being like 11 years old meeting Tim at some camp for Wake Forest. Chris decides to come to a rebuilding project team rather than go to a title contender, and Chris has never won a ring. Chris has decided to give up a ring in order to help Greg Popovich
Develop and let
groom
Wemby
and
right.
Stephon Castle. And we were and again, it's just me.
I'm listening.
Being an observationist.
I'm not mad at that take.
We were at the game the other night, and I paid attention to Chris a lot. He does not stop coaching.
Even on the bench.
Even on the bench. There are co-coaches right now. Mitch Johnson and Chris Paul are the two coaches of the Spurs. Every timeout, Chris was coaching. Mitch was too. Now, Chris wasn't like stepping on Mitch's toes, but there's two dudes out there, they're barking calls. Chris would go over to the scorer's table. He'd walk out onto the court and get into the ref's ear. He and Mitch conferred a couple of times.
So what you're saying is it's setting up to where even if it's not us,
dude,
he's going to be a coach somewhere really quickly after he retires from playing.
I think so, if he wants to. They say that
they gave Steve Nash a job with the Nets with Harden and Kyrie.
Right,
Durant.
and Nash hadn't done any coaching.
At all.
Hadn't done anything
Chris Paul, but yeah.
I think Chris is a player coach now almost. I really do. And especially with Pop not being there, there's a void. And Mitch needs help, and Chris has stepped up to provide that void. So I don't know if I'm not saying it's been their plan all along to groom CP3 as a player to be the next coach, but I just think with Pop's illness, one of the results of that could be Chris Paul becomes, I wonder if Chris could coach our team if it's not going to be Mitch, which I still think Mitch is the clubhouse leader right now. So that's what I bring to you today. I believe Chris Paul III should not be dismissed.
I'm not
as
mad
a dark
at that.
horse.
I'm
now,
not mad at that.
The one thing I will say for guys like Chris, and you mentioned point guards make good coaches, and they do, Hall of Famers with $100 million in the bank normally don't because they don't have time. Superstars, they get ass whipped by developing randos. You know what I mean? Like Magic hated it.
Magic was awful.
Bird was good at it and eventually decided he got beaten down by the job. Yeah.
Right.
Jason Kidd now, he's
been solid.
Yeah, the kid
Steve Kerr.
But Kidd's a bona fide Hall of Famer. He's one of the top 5 point guards ever played the game.
Right.
And he's been in coaching 10 years. He's going to wind up probably being a head coach longer than he was a player. And Chris has the mentality, I think, even though Chris is set for life times 10, with all that generational wealth, he's a Hall of Famer for sure. Chris looks like he's a basketball lifer to me. Like, I don't know that Chris has a lot of hobbies outside of the game. Chris Paul is passionate about hoops. And so what do you do when you're that passionate and you have a knack for directing kids and players? You go into coaching.
I can see
I believe Chris maybe not here, but somewhere.
I'm not mad at it, the idea. I'm not mad at the take because he's developing a relationship with Victor right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And earning Victor's trust right now. Again, I'm not pushing Mitch to the side, but I'm saying I'm not mad at that take at all. I like it.
Okay. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it's greater than 0%, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Mitch wants this job. And Steve Curry loves the Spurs. I've thought Steve Kerr was a possible candidate to replace Pop. I
always thought it was going to be Steve.
So at Pop's request, and for summer USA camp before they went to France, Mitch did an internship, if you want to call it that, with Team USA in Vegas at their camp. Mm-hmm. And Steve hired Mitch as an intern, and raved about Mitch. Raved because Pop's like, wait, let Mitch work with you. He's awesome. He's a great young coach. This kid's got a long future as a head coach in the league. And Steve's like, sure, I'll hire him. And he worked with Steve at USA camp this year before they went to France. And Kerr was raving. Yeah, Pop was right. Kerr does love the Spurs. He loves Pop. But he would not blow smoke like that. He could not stop talking about how impressed he is with Mitch Johnson, man. So I still think Mitch is the number one candidate right now to replace Pop.
Well, just look at the job Mitch did while Wemby was out. Now, I know you got to get guys got to make plays. Players make plays. Players make coaches look good or make coaches look bad. But the job he did those 2-3 games Wemby was out, it speaks volumes. And, again, I haven't been high on Mitch, but I haven't been low on him either. But, I just, you got to show me. We're 5 titles in.
Right.
So it's not one of those things where anybody can just walk in here and be like, hey, here I am. I'm going to make sure that you're vetted.
Well, I offer you evidence.
The right thing.
I offer you the last 3 games of evidence. They granted, and here's the shitty part. Here's the crappy part.
Yeah, it's all good.
is that they caught the Warriors on the second end of a back-to-back.
I'll take it.
And for 3 quarters,
it happens to us too.
I know. And for 3 quarters though, they got whooped by the Warriors, and the Warriors ran out of steam. Just to be fair.
That's fair.
You know, if we're sitting here doing the San Francisco Bay Area auto show, I'm on here talking about how the Warriors retired last night, ran out of gas, more than I'm giving the Spurs credit.
Sure.
I mean, let's just be fair. So they beat Oklahoma the other night. And the Thunder were on the second end of a back-to-back. To be fair, they've lost Chet Holmgren, but the Spurs dominated that game.
Oklahoma, which one? The Oklahoma game?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, sure.
Oklahoma went on a fierce run late in the game, but it was too little too late. Then the Spurs get down 20 to Utah, wake up and realize, okay, this is ridiculous, and they smoke Utah in the second half and come back and win. Then last night they run the Warriors off the floor. Wemby was amazing. Castle gets better and better. That right there tells you that Mitch Johnson, at least at this point, at least halfway knows what he's doing.
Well, the thing I like about it is I'm always about, because just how I live my life, everything is taking the stairs, right? And everything's a process, and everything takes time. Last year, they lose those 2 games. Last year, they lose to Utah.
For sure.
Last year, they lose to Golden State. So that shows me the incremental growth of this. Okay, this is a team that's not mailing it in once they've gotten down.
Right.
And they're able to figure out what it is that they're doing wrong and fixing. Because, again, the biggest problem that they've had under this, this rebuild or reload, whatever you want to call it, is how do we learn how to finish? We can't finish. Even last year, the last couple of years, but we'll just stick to last year because they had Wemby. They would be up going into third quarter. They'd be up going into fourth quarter and find a way to lose. So now this tells me, okay, they've taken the next step on, okay, these are the things that we have to do. There's A, B, and C. These are the I's we have to dot. These are the T's we have to cross in the second half in order to become a team that wins games. So these are 2 extra wins in my eyes because they don't beat Utah last year down 20, and they definitely don't beat Steph Curry down 17. So that shows incremental growth, and that shows that the process that they're going through is working.
Wemby's missed 3 games. Castle's a rookie. Devin Vassell looks like he's just going to never be reliable again.
Damn.
He's hardly been on the floor.
You out on him?
Well, I'm mad at him, that's for sure. I'm not out on him, but I'm mad at him.
Yeah.
We're upset with each other. We're probably going to sleep in separate. We're going to sleep on separate beds probably tomorrow. See, my ADHD is kicked in. That's right, folks. Come over to the vault. Anyhow, R2D2's here.
Where?
Over there where Santa Claus was earlier.
Oh, okay. Get out of here, Santa. Bring on R2D2. Anyway, I was going to make a point. See, I got that ADHD just wrecks my brain. Hang on. I had a great follow-up to that.
Vassell.
Okay. Vassell has hardly played. Wemby's missed 3. They're playing a rookie a lot, which they never do. Mm-hmm. And they're on pace to go 42-40, 19 games in.
They're 9-8.
I'd call that big-time progress. And you're right. They absolutely lose all – they probably lose all 3 games.
Right.
Oklahoma goes
about the
nuts.
ones, yeah, for sure.
They probably blow the lead. No way they come back in the Utah game. And then last night, even though the Warriors were tired, they find out a way to where's R2D2? I think where's that ball, LG? This little girl needs to know. Just keep on going that direction.
Toward the vault.
There you go.
And another thing that
people think we're the information desk.
I know. The other thing I'm seeing this year is good teams don't lose 3 in a row, and they've yet to do that this year. They earlier this year and lost 2 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row.
Yep.
They have yet to lose 3 in a row, and right now they're on a 3-game win streak. And they get Utah again on Tuesday, but then they got a back-to-back. They got to go to L.A. Oh, no, L.A. here. So
yeah.
but it's a back-to-back. So after they beat Utah on a late game, they got to fly home and face LeBron in the game the very next day. So
I'm loving it, man. I like it.
Good teams don't lose 3 in a row. They haven't done that yet.
We're finally, thank God, it's taken 7 years, but they've finally become that team to where we're the underdog every night. Mm-hmm. We have a young generational player that we just watch develop. Every night he does something stupid good. He's not going to be great every night. He's going to have nights where he's not amazing. He's 20 years old.
It is what it is.
But we're that middle of the pack young team now that is the underdog. Probably not, we're not going to win the championship. We all know that. But
not this year.
But it's to that point now where it's to borrow a phrase from the kids, hella fun to watch this go on right now. We're watching a new flower that has nothing to do with Greg Popovich even, or Tim Duncan or Tony Parker or Monty Ginobili.
Right.
The Spurs have a new flower planted in their Spurs flower bed that is starting to bloom with new people. And it's really exciting. Yeah, they're only one game over 500. They may lose 6 out of 7. But we're seeing real, legit, hopeful progress. And it's been 7 years since I felt this way. It's great. It's fun to be that upstart young buck team. We're not used to that. This organization's used to being title championship contenders all the time. Now we went from the dregs of society to now we're that hot young buck that people are like, oh, watch out for the Spurs down there in Texas.
1, 2,
Pretty
3.
cool, man.
I got a cool stat coming here for
All
you.
right, what's
4,
up, Rogie
5.
Valdez? $5. I appreciate that. Castle looking like he might be the best pick in the draft. Let's go Commanders. I forgot them dog butts are even playing. Not the Commanders, them clickbaits. Hope they get run off the floor by 50 today. Run off the field, rather.
So, for context,
Yeah.
last season, they didn't get their 9th win until January 26th.
Wow.
That's all. So it's not us being homers, I know.
No,
I
they're
know
exciting, man.
San Antonio's a pot of gumbo because we're a military town, and people may think, all we talk, we love the Cowboys, we love the Spurs, which we do, but we keep it real.
Yeah, man.
Didn't get their 9th win until January 26th. January 26th last year.
Man, and I got to tell you, that was my first game of the year the other night at the Oklahoma game, and it just felt – I had a new feeling that I haven't felt because I moved here in 2007. It was the start of the back end of Tim's career. They were they were coming off the championship over Cleveland, and they were expected to compete for the championship, and so you just expected them to win 55 every year, and you took it for granted. That was a new feeling the other night. That was a new feeling of underdog, excited underdog that's rising and rising.
Well, you were at the Oklahoma game.
The Thunder game.
Great game, yeah.
It just had this real – it was – as a Spurs fan, I had a feeling that I've not had in any of the 16-plus years that I moved to South Texas.
Because we've always been winning.
Right.
For
they've always been
majority of
awesome.
your career, they were awesome.
Right. Expected them to be great. Expected them to win the championship or at least go to the conference. If you didn't go to the conference finals, it was a bust. It was a bad year.
Right.
Now, we've never had this, wow, we're the underdogs, and an 8 seed is exciting. To think about them just going on the road in the first round of even a play-in game, as much as I don't like them, that is exciting to me to think that, wow, we have a chance already to maybe be a play-in team this year, and that makes my heart flutter. 20 years ago, that was a you're the 8 seed. You've had a horrible season.
Right.
Now you go, if they wind up being the 8 seed, you're excited. You're hyped for the future. Please subscribe for free. Thank you, dear. Appreciate that. We got a subscriber.
Appreciate it.
All right, so it's a whole new feeling, man. It's just exciting. It makes me want to watch every night now. Even though it's a 50% chance they lose, I'm excited to watch this thing. I had no time for this trying to hang on to whatever with DeMar DeRozan. God bless him. He was a total pro. All this Aldridge, DeMar DeRozan, all this man. Rudy Gay. I mean, let's just chop this head off here
and get going.
Grow a new baby, and they are, and it's just awesome to see. And it all started unbelievably with the bouncing of a ping pong ball last summer
David
to get
Robinson,
freaking Wemby. Unbelievable.
David Robinson,
Crazy.
Tim Duncan, Victor. I can't think of another franchise in sports with that type of fortune. Screw the NBA.
The luckiest franchise in the world? I mean,
I'm talking about all sports.
I know. The world,
Number
maybe.
one.
Right. The Lakers just go by everybody.
Right.
FC Barcelona, they just go by everybody.
Real Madrid, go by them.
Right.
The Spurs, we've had to have those ping pong balls bounce our way.
Yeah. The Celtics with Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
The thing with Tatum, they got him third. Tatum was like fourth or fifth.
Right. But the generational guy.
Yeah.
The God loves us when except for LeBron. That just goes to show it's not rigged. If people think it's rigged for the small markets, that's insane. The NBA makes so much more money when the big markets go to the finals.
Right.
LeBron gets picked by the Cavs. We get Timmy and we get Wemby. the gods just like us. They like us.
God loves the Spurs.
God loves the Spurs. Been saying it forever.
John Fox, $9.99. Get Coach Lutz on the podcast. 5-1 at OSU. SA boy kicking ass.
He's talking about
We're
Steve
trying.
Lutz. I was going to have Steve Lutz is San Antonio's own. He's the head coach of Oklahoma State now, and they are doing good. And they always have good programs in Stillwater in college hoops. And Steve was going to be on with us last week, but LG was in Atlanta, and I didn't trust myself to handle having a guest.
That's a different thing.
That's
right.
a different animal. So I've talked to Steve subsequently, and once LG gets back from Tokyo, we're going to try to get Steve back on at some point later on in the season. But he's down. He wants to come on and talk about his old days playing high school ball here in the
Next
in the
week's
city.
available for me,
All right,
too,
well,
so we can
I'll
do
reach
something
out.
this
And,
week.
you know, Steve's a busy dude, too, because they're in the meat of their season. But it would be cool to get him on before we get into conference play, because once we get into conference play, he's going to be pretty beaten down. Yeah, pretty much. We're working on that, Russ. Thank you, homie. All right, what else? It's in the building. You can subscribe to this show for free. Had a young lady already come by. See, it's already working. I got this sitting here. So if you happen to be watching this thing and you're already here, you're coming out here today, I'm going to leave this here for the next hour or so. Make sure you get in here and scan this plaque. I'm going to bring this with us. I'm just going to walk around. I'm going to get a big old chain. This fly's got to go.
Yeah, that fly is driving me crazy. One of us must smell like poopies.
Well, I had a hamburger. Maybe it's my food, too. Or maybe I didn't wipe good. I don't know.
You didn't use wipies?
No, I don't use wipes. We've had this discussion before. I'm a
don't?
grown-up. I know how to wipe, yes.
But it
I don't
gets
use
dry.
wet
But when your
naps.
booty gets dry, you need the wet to get the rest of that residue.
I shave
that
all
you
the
don't
butt
know.
hair off of it.
Oh, you shave your butt hair?
Yeah, it helps keep it clean. Uh-oh, she walked by at the wrong time.
I
Oopsies.
know.
How about make sure you see that make sure you see those Ford models. Make sure that Kia model's a fire too this year. I need a dude.
She was talking about the wipies.
Yeah, she's like, I do them too.
Did you hear? Did you get that?
Yeah, and have you
She was like,
seen
"I
the
use
have
the
you seen
wipes
the
too."
white monster that this city creates every year in our sewage?
The only white
It's
monster
disgusting.
I know is yours.
No, every year when they go out and they clean out the river walk, they pull up. It weighs more than a brand new Ford Bronco worth of wet
That
naps
much?
this city puts in the toilet. Yeah, I use toilet paper, man. Anyway,
too.
come out here, scan this thing here, and get yourself subscribe for free to In the Building. And I even have the Spotify one here too, in case people want to follow us on Spotify.
Where's the
they can
Twitch
do that
one?
too. I don't think you don't have a QR code to join Twitch, do you? You just do.
I don't have one made, but
Okay,
we
we
could
can
probably
make
make
one.
one.
All
I
right.
saw, the Twitch of all Twitches, Kai Sanat hit 500,000 Twitch subscribers.
All right, he
the
keeps
other
getting
day.
mentioned.
Yeah,
Okay,
world
who's the
record
next?
breaker.
World
Okay,
record.
we all know he's the Mr. Beast of Twitch. Who's next?
Us.
I'm
No, I
saying,
don't
like,
know.
everyone knows Kai Sanat.
Well, the
but
thing
who
about
else?
it is it's the gamers, man. We got to start playing games.
Well, MJ is going to come over to the house next week.
Work
and
with LG.
We're going to stick my kid on the Twitch.
All right, let's
play
do
against
it.
me, do some FIFA or some Madden or some Fortnite
do
or
it.
whatever. Be fun. All right. What else today? We even got swag.
Love you hard news. That's when you were teaching. LG and I were trying to give the
Hard news.
members something.
That's pretty cool.
We were doing a little hard news. We were doing all news stories.
Come out here before we get done. We're probably going to go for about another hour-ish.
Maybe.
If you get in here and show me that you're a member of our channel, I'll give you this coffee mug. Hard News LYH TV. All right. Wound up not going to the Longhorn game yesterday.
I know. What?
We haven't talked about that. I forgot to tell you.
So what's up with Orlando? We good?
Well, we got to get into our live spot, so this is a good chance to do it. We'll get into the punch. It's not. I want to punch us. I probably shouldn't mention her by name. There's
don't
a
mention her by
judge in this town
Oh shoot.
that hemmed and hawed,
About what?
delayed a case that carried over into the weekend for Orlando. He was so pissed.
Oh, he didn't get to go to the game either.
No, he's got a case that he knew for sure would be wrapped up by Thursday. So I want to punch the judge that delayed. And he told me she's notorious. Don't give her name, but if I just mention this part, any lawyer watching that does family law
They
in this
know
city,
who it
they'll know
is.
exactly who we're talking about. She's notorious. They all hate her. They can't wait for her to get voted out. She is a slug in all her cases.
Is she
take
one of them
forever.
sloths that cross the street? She
Yeah.
crosses the street like a sloth.
She's like Jabba the Hutt. She ain't got no arms or legs. She leaves snail trails everywhere. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, that came out wrong. I meant slug trails.
LG
I didn't
didn't
mean
have to
say.
call her Jabba the
And I
Hutt.
shouldn't have said snail trails in public. I apologize to the children. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best not to cuss. I've only got one slip so far. I'm proud of myself.
I haven't cussed yet.
Although snail chill's probably worse than an F-bomb right now.
It
I'm so sorry. Anyhow, so Orlando got he thought for sure it'd be wrapped up by Thursday, but when he found out what judge he had, he's like, well,
Hold up.
we're in
Suspects wearing red. Suspects wearing red shoes, red top.
Look,
dude, stop calling out people. You're gonna get beaten up.
Okay.
Someone's gonna come up here and attack us. Although we'd go viral if someone attacked the table. You know what?
Suspects wearing red top.
Somebody
He's at
attacked
the
the
Hyundai
table.
Elantra. He's at the Hyundai.
Don't kill
Take
us,
the shot.
but attack the table. Go ahead and take the table. You must. I hope you know that guy.
I don't.
Oh gosh. You pick out the one black guy and mess with him.
I'm gonna start.
Is that your way of saying, oh, what's up? I see you.
Suspects wearing a red V-neck. Suspects wearing a red V-neck and a gray hat.
New Balance. We need security to pillar 311. Security to pillar 311.
Suspects pushing a stroller.
We've just lost Rudy's focus, LG. I thought it was going to be me.
Suspects wearing a city shirt, blue.
Look.
I guess we're doing this now. And that voice too, it scares them.
Suspects pushing a stroller. With the
Oh, jeez. There goes my Longhorns talk. That's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Hey, they won.
Let's go.
That's it. They
Let's
won.
go.
They're fine. They won.
It don't matter.
We got to beat the Aggies now. We're not going to host.
So is this next week?
We want to host a home game. We need to beat Texas A&M.
This is in Texas A&M land.
It's at Kyle Field on Lair Field Sports with Andrew Monaco, who stabbed me in the back and took my job. I don't call the Aggies anymore, Rudy. I'm a Hall of Famer on Lair Field Sports for 25, 45 years. And Andrew Monaco from San Antonio brought his generic smiling ass and took my job. I hope Texas beats us. I'm still so bitter. Anyway, no.
Love
so
you, Andrew.
the Longhorns last night, they still haven't put together a full total game on offense.
Who has? Alabama got
Oregon.
blown out by. So
I can't even. I don't. How do you explain that? I have no idea.
Alabama,
how does that happen?
I'm gonna tell you how it happens.
I don't know how that happens.
All of you people, for years, for decades, y'all talked all of this bleep about Nick Saban. Nick Saban's overrated. Nick Saban's this. Look what happens 1 year after he leaves.
Pitfall.
1 year after he leaves, that team is terrible. Don't look the same. The preparation's different. Everything's different now that Nick Saban's gone.
Yeah, they're weak.
Nick Saban's overrated. Oh, no, I thought you couldn't score points in the SEC. But 1 year, not even a calendar year, and that team is done.
Dude, the aura of Bama is gone. You don't fear them anymore.
At all.
Mentally, teams have more confidence than ever against them. They do.
Alabama!
Even coaches know, oh, cool, I might not get out-coached this week.
Right.
So cool, even coaches are more confident.
It ain't even that, Mike. It's that you come into the game now. It's the same 4 stars. It's the same 5 stars, but you come into the game like when you were playing Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide. You came into the game defeated. You went into the stadium like, there's no way we win today. Let's just try to keep it close. That's not the case anymore. There's no fear factor. That was the thing with the Bulls. Any dynasty, think about any dynasty. When you walked into their stadium or they were what you would see them warming up, you were like, damn, we're about to lose. When that music, that Bulls music would play, you're like, we're about to lose. We're about to lose.
Yeah. Put your hands together.
Yeah.
It's time for the Chicago Bulls.
That's gone.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Well, things are not going well, Rudy, here in Tuscaloosa. I knew the minute that Nick Saban and his, he's pushing 80 and he's still got brown hair. Have you noticed that?
Exactly.
I'm not sure how he keeps that. Maybe because he walks on water. Nick Saban and Jesus walked on water. And we brought that Yankee ass in here from Washington. I knew we didn't bring a Southern man in here. I brought that Yankee. He gonna be fired after 2. Nick DeBoer will be gone after next season. If not this one, they don't play at that. They don't play there, man.
He's a long way from Washington,
dude. It's not good. I get that Saban's gone. I understood the other 2 losses. Last night was fireable. they might have made a mistake with, is it Terry DeBoer?
Who are they going to get?
Fired DeBoer. Anybody they want. And I was impressed with DeBoer. I thought he might be a decent pick. It was weird that he's not a Southerner. But, boy, Oklahoma sucks.
Yeah.
Brent Venables is not the long-term solution. I don't care what anybody from Oklahoma says. Brent Venables is not an SEC-level head coach. In Oklahoma, the quicker they can get rid of Brent Venables, the better. Oklahoma has been non-competitive most of the season in conference play.
Right.
And they run 24-3. Not even like it's just a crazy weather night. It was 80-79. It was one of those goofball nights, or it was snowing, or it's iced over. No, it was beautiful weather in Oklahoma City. 24-3, they beat them.
Right.
That's insane. But the quarterback, the Oklahoma quarterback, only threw the ball 11 times. They just ran, play deep.
Didn't have to.
It's not exactly as Texas kind of did the same thing yesterday because Kentucky played tough. Texas, to bring it back to the Longhorns, so the Longhorns win SEC-style football. Dominant defense, smash-mouth offensive line.
The defense has been the best part of that team all year.
Kentucky
year
had Kentucky scored 14. Hell, one of them, though, was a fumble recovery for a touchdown on defense.
Right.
The Longhorns shut them down. And Kentucky's not terrible. They're 4-6 going into the game, but they're in the SEC. If Kentucky's in the Big 12, they're 8-4. Kentucky's good.
Mm-hmm.
They're just in the wrong conference. And Texas shut them down like they just started playing football. And so, like that last drive of the fourth quarter, what was it, 15 straight runs to kill the clock? All Quinn Ewers did was here you go. You got three NFL caliber offensive linemen. Both of your running backs are going to start in the league. And Quinn Ewers has a gimpy ankle apparently, so they didn't ask him to do much, and they just kind of cruised past Kentucky.
Yeah.
And that sets up the Texas A&M Aggies.
We're going to talk about this all week.
All right, LG, what are you doing Saturday night? Do you have an obligation because we need to do a post game after Texas? Well, we got to do one anyway. We Orlando one for next week anyway.
What time they start?
It's a night game.
Oh, night.
Next week, as it's probably it's the biggest game of the year in college football.
Apparently our sound went out again.
Oh, how long was it out?
I have no idea, but it went out.
Okay, but on the recording it'll be fine, right?
I hope so. We'll see.
So keep going.
Yeah.
All right,
we'll keep going.
This is the biggest college football game of the year in the country at this point. The winner goes to the SEC championship game, even though the Aggies did not win last night. And I'm not going to bash on the Aggies, by the way. That was a hard-fought loss. 43-41 in quadruple overtime. Kid misses a pass right in his hands. A&M loses. I mean, Auburn's not good by SEC standards.
No, timeout.
Put Auburn in the ACC, and they're a conference title contender.
No, let me tell you this.
That's how good the SEC is.
Auburn sucks. That's a bad loss.
In that conference.
That's a bad loss.
You think so?
That's a bad loss.
Auburn's got future pros too, man.
I'm an Aggie guy. I like the Aggies. That's a bad loss. That's an awful loss.
Maybe they were looking ahead.
We can keep it real.
I can guarantee you right now, I'm not going to sit up here. I don't have a ton of confidence that Texas is going to beat them. I don't have a ton of confidence that the Longhorns win this game. Like right now, I think it's a toss-up.
No.
At Kyle?
Longhorns roll.
Whoa. Okay, well.
Longhorn.
All right.
And I don't like anything about UT except the new rule of if you make less than $100,000, you get free tuition. Other than that, I can't stand UT. I hate UT.
Oh, you like that rule?
I don't give a shit about
tuition
UT.
rule.
Yeah,
all of our kids now have a chance to go to school. Now that I'm doing this for a living, I ain't making that money.
But you know what happens now? Now you got to have 100 average and be valedictorian to get in. But that's besides the point.
Well, you want high standards academically.
UT is going to dog walk A&M. A&M is look. A&M started off hot. They were good.
My man in his A&M Aggie baseball jersey.
Suspect wearing Crocs.
And gig him.
Suspect number 33.
Those are maroon Crocs.
Come and get him.
Don't be messing with that. He's like 7, Rudy. Jeez.
For those that missed out when the audio dropped, I am available Saturday to run
Yes.
the show.
All right, so Texas A&M postgame show Saturday night.
They're going to dog walk the Aggies.
I think it's a hard-fought
game. When
game.
the Aggies started this season, I was excited. I was like, okay, I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
They're fake.
Anybody you need to punch? We're so late on lives. I'm sorry. I got
no. Yo, I do.
By other
I want to punch the Indiana Hoosiers.
All of them? Oh, good. I'm glad they got booed.
Because it's like we give these teams props when they're beating up on nobodies. They're beating up on a bunch of nobodies, and everybody's like, oh, why are we talking more Hoosiers? You know why we aren't talking more Hoosiers? Because they haven't played anybody. And then when they do play somebody, they get dog walked by an average Ohio State team. They got beat 38-15 yesterday by the Ohio State Buckeyes. And this is like, okay, yeah. For somebody like myself, I'm like, of course they got dog walked. They were never that good.
Nope. And they shouldn't be in the top 12.
They were number 5
they should
yesterday,
be in the top
Mike.
40. I know.
They were number 5 yesterday.
Penn State's 4 in the country, the committee. They damn near lost to Minnesota yesterday. The committee's I've lost all respect for that committee. It took about 2 weeks.
Agreed.
You're supposed to pick the teams that your eyes and brain tell you this is better.
2 weeks.
It's not about having a good record. Anybody can have a good record in the other conferences. The SEC, are you going to punish the SEC because of the conference they play in? That's stupid. That's stupid.
And my Buffaloes got ran out the building too.
That's not good. Now Kansas has played good though.
But Kansas is 5-6.
But they've won 3 in a row and they beat 2 ranked teams.
Kansas dog walked Colorado yesterday.
They did. Colorado got annihilated. Travis Hunter should be the Heisman Trophy winner, though.
Sure.
He's the best player, and it ain't close. It ain't close.
He should be winning the Heisman.
Ain't close. Anyway, that committee, I hate all this. Well, they went 10 like the Florida State argument last year. Florida State were undefeated. So what? So what? If you watch them on the field play football and you know anything about football, you can tell they're not one of the best 12 teams in the country. And like Penn State is not top 12, but they're probably going to make it. Indiana's not top 12. Their coach, he's got to say this, I guess, but the coach was all defiant. Indiana's coach, somebody asked him, Coach, you think this hurt your chances for the playoffs? Oh, what kind of dumb question is that? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
You kidding me?
You wasn't.
Dude,
if the
are
game
you
was,
kidding us?
If
Get
the
out of
game
here.
was close, I get it. But no.
No, it was never close. Indiana's probably the 30th best team in the country, if not worse.
Sure.
Yeah.
So punch Indiana.
No, Indiana should not be in. A&M should be in over Indiana. Alabama should be in over Indiana. You think Indiana beats Bama? I mean, I know Bama's down. We don't like DeBoer, but let's not get crazy now.
No, you're right.
Come on, Indiana's not good. That conference is not good. Oregon's good. Ohio State's good. That's it. Only 2 Big Ten teams should be in the top 12. No one in the Big 12 ought to be in the top 12. Honestly, right now it's a tie for first in the Big 12. You got 4 teams at 6-2. Whoever wins the Big 12 should not go to the playoffs, but they will because the automatic bid.
The automatic bid.
It's not the best team. Man, and it's funny because I normally don't. I don't like underdogs, and I'm notorious for that.
No, you're like a winner.
I like big markets. I like big logos. I like winners. I do. I like traditional teams. I don't want to see Chicago, Illinois State go to the Final Four. I want to watch Duke and Carolina, Kentucky, and UCLA. But I get why people get excited when underdogs win games during the season. I get that. The Spurs are an underdog right now. I get how it's exciting. But we're talking about the playoff bracket, you know?
Yeah.
It's fun when Appalachian State beats Michigan
That's a whole
in
other
September.
You basically, it's like,
tear down
okay,
the
it's
goalpost.
cute. But when we get into the real deal.
But now we're talking about a natty. You
Right.
can't let spare teams play for natties when they shouldn't be. They're not good, they're not better than 30 other teams.
Right.
And that's the flaw.
Like
That's
Indiana.
the flaw of the playoffs.
Like Indiana.
Yeah. So again, we need 1 or 2 super conferences where there's like 24 schools, and they play a playoff.
Agreed.
We need a college football league. And like the winner of the American Conference. I love you, Jeff Traylor. Right, the winner of that conference ain't probably Army. Army's probably going to win that American Conference. You see the Army score yesterday?
They're really good.
Yeah, they got beat by 38 by Notre Dame last night.
Oh, Notre Dame beat them by 30.
38.
Yo,
There is
you know
no
what's
way
crazy?
that
Army
the
been
winner-
walking around like they're good.
I know. They got it handed to them times 10.
Like, yo, y'all aren't good.
No, you're not top 12.
No.
This whole thing where you get an automatic bid because you win some piddly conference
Some
is
nonsense
not,
conference.
It's not mathematical. But that's just me. It'll never happen.
I need to give out some humble
just
pie.
me.
So Indiana, Army. Who else needs some humble pie?
I don't
A&M?
like.
A&M?
Yeah. I mean, you think that was a bad loss, and it wasn't a good loss. You know, but
Yeah.
I still think they can beat Texas next week. Because
don't.
Texas hasn't put it together. There are people that don't think Texas should be in the top 4 because they don't think they haven't played, they haven't had the elite schedule. I mean, but unless you've played Ohio State, Georgia, or Oregon, you ain't played anybody elite. It's a crazy year. Who is elite? Who's elite?
Nobody.
Who do you
Not
fear?
this year.
You
Not this
fear?
year. Nobody.
Nobody. But I can tell you right now, Indiana ain't top 12.
No.
No.
That's humble pie.
Nobody.
Humble-
All right. Thank you,
humble pie.
Orlando. Love you hard. We're going to make up for the lost day yesterday, Orlando. We're going to have – it's probably going to be the most watched Longhorn show of the year for sure. Next Saturday night.
I can't wait.
Brought to you by my man Orlando Kell, the law office of. If you need a family lawyer, it is Orlando Kell. Call him at 210-775-4995 or email him directly. It's orlandokell.law@gmail.com, orlandokell.law@gmail.com. All right, let's get them done. So there's punches. My man Jay Ribaldo brings us the next piece.
What up, Ribaldo?
Let's read a few. You want to jump in here and give us a couple of chit chats? We've got some money on the list.
Mike and Rudy could pick a better top 12.
We totally could.
Yeah, we could.
Absolutely we could.
Penn State overranked. Okay. Colorado volume has been turned down. First of all, I'm not listening to any of you Colorado haters.
Colorado Talk presented by Jay Ribaldo.
Yeah, but you know why? Because when they were winning the nonsense games that didn't count, they were nonsense games. I'm being honest. They beat a bunch of teams that weren't good. But when they were beating those teams that were not good, I couldn't find the Bob Renfros of the world, the Jesus De La Rosas of the world. I couldn't find y'all. I didn't know where y'all were.
You got called out, Renfro.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm not listening to no Colorado hate because I haven't seen y'all in months. But that is a bad loss. Even though Kansas is playing well, Kansas sucks. That's a bad loss. The Packers will always suck. There's no way around it.
What?
Yeah, on the Packers shirt.
Oh, you just did that because of the. You trolling? I've not seen you publicly troll like this before. This is pretty funny. We should end the show by messing with folks.
That's how we're going to end it.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that might be our new tradition. All right, Jay
Suspect is
Ribaldo.
opening the white Bronco.
You know, he can't. with Thunderdome business. Do business with Love You Hard business. Jay loves us hard. We love him back. It is 210-887-1081. You can email him, jribaldo@kw.com. Website, ribaldo.com. Ribaldo.
I'm told the sound went out again, so
yeah.
we may have to give
no.
Jay more love.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
we gotta wait. We gotta wait.
How about now? Should I
Hello,
wait? Y'all let us
hello.
know when it's
I
back.
think it's back. It's
Okay.
back.
Jay Ribaldo is our guy. Hit him up at ribaldo.com. All right. How about the correspondent, LG? That'll go over, won't it?
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so. All right. So
I forgot it's karaoke night
So,
too. Mike.
yeah, they have karaoke going. I've been told we have a new correspondent, and I guess he came out here yesterday. His name's Clint Dodge, D-O-D-G-E.
Okay.
Clint Dodge. And so LG told me that, how long? It's like 2 minutes long, too, right?
It's about 3.
All right. Oh, dang. All right. So here is our 2024 in the building San Antonio Auto and Truck Show correspondent Clint Dodge with a report from the Saturday doings out here at the car show.
Hi, I'm Clinton Carol Ann Dodge, and we're in the building at the San Antonio Auto Show. Start your engines. Got the jitter. Excuse me. Are we doing all right over here?
Great.
I just see y'all kind of loitering. Do y'all have ID? Do you have a reason to be here? Excuse me? What's that?
This is our vehicle.
This is a police cruiser. Where'd you get that gun? Do you have a license for it?
The badge is my license.
Is that?
Took the test.
Yeah, sure. I hear that all the time. While you're sitting here talking to me, you're letting a real criminal who cut off his son's hand walk right by you. Oh, there's a spookery.
We were his bodyguard earlier to walk in the hotel.
Did you hear what the firefighters, they were asking me? They were like, why do people become firefighters? So police can have heroes. And I thought that
Actually,
was disrespectful.
I'll tell you right now, we're the first responders. They're the second responders.
Ooh.
So we secure the scene so they can come and help us out.
Do you rub it in their face once they get there and arrive?
Oh, second responders are here.
Okay. Well, thanks for setting me straight. I'm glad there's no criminal activity going on right here.
No, of course not.
Appreciate
We're
it.
just showing off our cool recruiting card.
That's cool. Usually when I'm locked up in the back, there's a cage, though. No cage on this one.
No, this is recruiting. This is, play nice.
Oh, okay.
Play nice card. I mean, you still can't get out the back seat, which is, I don't know why they did it like that, but it's a nice card.
Well, that's pretty. Anyways, move along. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's a highway. I'm gonna ride it all night long. Karaoke. Life is a highway. I'm gonna ride it all night long. Road makes a man weary. Hi, is this okay? Sorry, I'll keep the feet off.
Are you looking to purchase a bed?
No, not immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. Copy that. I'm Clint Dodge, and I'll see you down the road.
They ran.
Clint C. Dodge, everybody, the
Give it
first
up.
intern
Give it up.
of Love You Hard
Hey,
TV.
that was solid.
Well, what are we paying him in smokes?
Or in flasks.
I paid him in sake yesterday.
You let him
Okay.
sleep on your couch for 2 days while he figures out the next day? Fantastic.
That was pretty cool.
That's awesome, man.
Suspect is a girl dad.
Outstanding.
Suspect is a girl dad.
That was
Me
too.
too. I got 3.
That was phenomenal. Hey,
Yes.
we're at the car show.
Shout
man.
out to Clint Dodge for
That
doing
was
that.
so
What up,
cool,
Clint?
That was awesome,
And
Clint.
shout out to Officer Rigoni
Rigoni, okay.
for putting up with us while the other 2 walked away and noped the hell out
that
of
was
there.
great.
Yo, who was the officer
Good
in the
sport.
blue? He was upset. He walked off.
He noped out of there right away,
Yeah,
right?
the dude in the blue was like, nah.
Good sport. That's awesome. Nice work, Clint. Give me Clint's number. Oh, I'm gonna buy him a pack of smokes and a sixer. That's probably all he wants for payment. So cool. All right, it's in the building live from the San Antonio Auto and Truck Show at the Hank B. Gonzalez Convention Center, presented in part by Slackers, the official sports bar of this show.
What's up,
If you are looking
Slackers?
for a place to go hang, maybe you come out here when it's over. You want to go tie one
What's up,
on, watch a
Slackers?
little NFL football on any of the hundreds of screens all 5 of them have. Slackers is the place that I recommend. They got the St. Mary's location, not too far from here anyways. You got the one up on Slackadoches. You got the one on Thousand Oaks. You got the Medical Center location on Fredericksburg Road. And you got the one by North Star Mall. And the way they spread them out, so strategic and good business too, man. Spread them out really good. Very nice. All right, we
And
are
December
at the car
9th. I don't know what's going
show.
to happen.
I've
don't
been
know
told
what we're doing.
December 9th. Hold it.
It's a Monday.
Okay.
We're going to be doing
All right.
something with Slackers on
That's fine.
December 9th.
All right, good. I've been told to mark that date. I will do that. All right, we are at a car show, man. I'm assuming we all like cars here.
I love cars.
Like, what's the best? Like, so far in your life? What's the best or your most favorite car you've ever had?
The Arnold Schwarzenegger Hummer.
You
The old Humvee.
you had one?
No, best one I've had.
Oh, you mean you've ever seen?
Oh, best one I
Your
had.
own personal car.
My
Yeah,
own
yeah,
best,
yeah.
2019 7 Series BMW.
Nice. What happened to that?
I paid it, it was a
Paid it
lease.
so-
It was
you
a
leased? Okay, cool.
I leased it because I wasn't driving it much.
LG, what you're driving now,
So I had a
man. I
7
love
Series
LG's. I love
2019. It
LG's
was
scene now.
stupid.
Is this your favorite car you've ever had?
Probably because it's
love
the
it.
only new car I've ever had.
Oh, it is
So.
beautiful, and you keep it in such good shape.
Yeah,
It's
they got
really
one
good.
right behind me over here. The same color and everything.
Yeah. Tell them
Which
what
one?
it is.
It's a Ford Maverick.
Yeah, it's got the
The
little
small
Mav.
truck.
Yeah, little Mav. License plates 396-8G5. Texas plates.
There you go.
What's your favorite car you've had?
I had, to this day, it remains the car I had in high school. I had
Really?
I had a 1988. I'm an old man. Turn 50 tomorrow. I had a 1988. What are those things? Honda. Those little Hondas, little boxy Honda things. What are those things called?
CRX?
No, keep going. The old 80s Hondas.
Prelude?
That's the one, the
Yeah,
red
the Prelude.
I had an 88 Honda. I don't know why I forgot Prelude. Honda Prelude. I had it for about a year and a half, and things happened to it. Got totaled.
What'd you do?
I let my buddy drive, and I was riding passenger because I was trying to change because I had been working out. We were going somewhere, so I'm like, here, you drive home. I'm going to change, and I'm changing in the front seat, and he's driving. And it really wasn't his fault, although I got in trouble because I had someone driving who wasn't insured. A truck in front of us lost, there was a car in front of us, and there was a pickup in front of that car, and that pickup had ladders in it. It was a work truck. A ladder fell on the freeway, I-30, in between Arlington and Fort Worth in 1994, 94-ish. Ladder falls off the work truck. The car in front of us slams on the brakes because of the ladder, which you didn't even need to do that. Could have just ran right over the ladder. Wouldn't have hit the car. And my buddy, he had to slam on his brakes too, and we nailed the back of that car. Totals my car. I got a scar on my leg to this day from that damn wreck. I had my seatbelt on when I was trying to change, but my legs flew up and hit the underneath the dash.
Oh.
Boom! And I just nailed my shin. I got a nasty scar to this day down there. When the ambulance got there, like, sir, you need to get that looked at. You probably need us to take. And I was all pissed. I wanted to fight. I ain't going to no GD hospital, blah, blah. The Fort Worth came out. I ain't going. They're like, well, at least let us come sit in the ambulance. Let us put a butterfly stitch on that. I'm like, no, let it bleed out. It was stupid. Now I have an ugly scar.
Right.
Should have had it treated. But anyway, 88 Honda Prelude was my favorite car I've ever had. It was a beautiful car. Those things were hugely popular in the late 80s. And I had a 5-year-old used one, and I loved it, and it got freaking wrecked by my buddy because of a ladder. Yeah, man. You mentioned the Hummer earlier. That's your all-time favorite vehicle?
I love that.
Your
I
dream
love
car?
the Arnold Schwarzenegger Humvee.
The tricked out Humvee.
Not even got to be
Not
tricked
the Hummer,
out.
the Humvee.
The Humvee.
Yeah,
like
the
Arnold
military-looking
made
one.
that popular. Schwarzenegger made that popular. He was the
Yeah,
one
he
running
did,
around.
man.
He was smoking a cigar.
Yep.
It's like, from me probably to where your daughter is, as far as like the front seat. Great SUV.
Right. Love that car. That was a badass vehicle.
Hell yeah, it was.
There's been a lot of iconic. I walked around the showroom yesterday or Friday, and I was thinking there's been a lot of iconic car movies and TV shows. Like when you think like iconic TV show or a movie that had a car that like, oh yeah, everybody knows that car.
The DeLorean comes to mind.
Back to the Future, the DeLorean.
The DeLorean comes to mind. A lot of the cars from the first Fast and the Furious.
The family truckster from Vacation movies with Chevy Chase.
Oh yeah, the big station wagon thing.
What was the old girl's name in Gone in 60 Seconds?
I don't know.
With Nicolas Cage, it was a Shelby.
Oh, the Shelby Cobra.
Yeah. Oh, have y'all seen Ford versus Ferrari, the movie?
Yes.
Great that movie's so good.
Great movie.
So good. When I was a little boy, I had a lot of man crushes. I still do. One of my all-time man crushes is the great Tom Selleck. And the reason is because I loved Magnum P.I.
Magnum P.I.
Racing around Hawaii in between all those mountains in that badass Ferrari 308 GTS. Oh, my God.
What was Knight Rider?
Awesome.
IROC?
That was a Pontiac Trans Am.
That was a Trans Am?
Yeah, and that was awesome. I love the Knight
Rider. The Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, the General Lee. It's just iconic.
That's iconic.
Iconic.
James Bond's Ashton Martin.
Dude,
my God.
the Ashton Martin was awesome.
Yeah, the Aston Martin was awesome. The first transporter was Statham, the Audi, when he had the young lady in the trunk.
Oh,
the Audi 7 Series, whatever it was. That Audi
that was cool.
Fire.
How about Walter White's camper? It's iconic for all the wrong reasons.
You mean his Pontiac Aztec?
Yeah, he drove the Aztec too. That thing was.
I like.
People started buying Aztecs when Breaking Bad was out. Those things are so ugly.
What was it? Training Day. Was that a Monte Carlo?
Oh, was it a Monte Carlo? A Chevy Impala, maybe?
Yeah, oh, something.
Clang, 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 clang,
Yeah.
clang.
Oh
yes.
my God.
Yeah.
This is it for me.
All right.
The Mustang 5.0 because of Menace to Society.
Oh, yeah.
The green Mustang
Those were so
5.0.
popular.
He made that car super popular.
In the late 80s, remember the IROC Zs, how popular those things got for all the gangsters?
The IROC Z was fire.
Zs,
With the T-tops?
Yep.
With the T-tops.
Yep, get them in green or pink or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what other cars are iconic movie-wise.
I loved Miami Vice as a kid, and Don Johnson, his character,
They were the coolest
drove
dudes
a
ever.
badass Ferrari. Yeah, the Crockett's Ferrari was kick-ass. Crockett and Tubbs zooming around on that Ferrari around
There's the
Bay
A-Team Astro van.
The van, yes, that's a good one, dude.
Scooby-Doo van.
What was Scooby-Doo drove? What did Scooby-Doo drive?
I thought they drive the Volkswagen, like the old hippie van.
The Green Machine, yeah, it was awesome. The A-Team van was the bomb. Did you see Smokey and the Bandit?
Hell yeah! What was that? That was a Camaro.
It was a Trans Am.
Trans Am.
Late 70s
Oh
model
my
Trans
God,
Am. I
that
loved
car
it, man.
was crazy.
That car was awesome.
Can't forget about the Ecto Cruiser.
No, yeah,
What was
you can't.
Ecto
Yeah,
Cruiser?
The ambulance for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, what kind of car was that?
It was an old station wagon. I'm not sure.
It's like a Cadillac Miller or some crap. I have to look. I think it was old Caddy station wagon from the 50s. I think it was busted then. It was iconic though. I love the Mad Max movies in the 80s.
Those were awesome because they weren't real cars. They were like made up with the different wheels.
Had guns on them and everything. It was an old
missiles and
Ford
stuff.
Falcon he had like tricked up. Did y'all see the Stephen King movie Christine?
Of course.
The 58 Plymouth Fury. That thing was scary because it was a demon that had haunted the car. A stretch of a movie plot, but it worked anyway. I liked it as a kid.
Just one that my uncle used to drive. Those Datsuns. Were they Datsuns?
Those were so popular.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the little Datsuns.
My uncle had one. I loved that car and the Stingray Corvette.
Dude, those are so
The Stingray Corvette. It was like they're better than this. I love the new Corvette, but the Stingray was just sexy.
Right. Yeah.
JMV in here. It was a hearse. The Ghostbusters.
Was it a hearse?
Oh, it was a hearse?
It was a hearse. Also, George is in here. I believe it was a Ferrari in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
It was a GT
was that a
Spider.
Ferrari?
Oh, okay.
It was a Spider. The one that fell into the lake.
Yes,
At the end. Spoiler alert! It falls into the lake.
Yeah.
How about the Gran Torino that Starsky and Hutch drove? Did y'all see? Did you ever watch
yeah, of
Starsky and
course.
Hutch? And then the
Absolutely.
remake, they had a badass Gran Torino too. That was awesome. Man, I need to see. I need our show to blow up, y'all, so I can buy me a car. The car of my. I need to get out. I need to get out of Nina's little Fiesta.
Hey, those are good cars.
It's a great car. I love it. It's so reliable. But man,
You know, Ford doesn't even make cars anymore except for the Mustang. That's the only car
Hey.
they make.
crazy.
It now doesn't matter now, but I'm sitting right next to one. The most famous white Bronco of all time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that car is nice. That is a nice Bronco, the
So,
one AC was
my
driving.
neighbor-
AC's Bronco is the best Bronco
Dude,
of all time.
right, I need to send y'all a photo. My neighbor has that same Bronco.
No way.
That one. The
I
OJ
bet it's worth
Bronco.
$100,000.
He has that model, and it's white too.
I bet it's worth $100,000.
I don't know who he is. It's there on occasion, then it's gone. I keep wanting to accidentally run into the guy and say, "Dude, tell me about this. It's a '94 white Ford Bronco.
Yeah.
It's like '93 to '94. Like it's the OJ Bronco. I'm like, dude,
I'm just saying.
did you buy that because of OJ and Al Cowlings?
Probably already just had it.
No, but it's what Bronco has done the last few years is pretty badass.
I like the
These newer
Broncos
ones
where
are
the
great.
top comes off for Port A.
Yeah. Oh yeah, to cruise down
The
to the
top
beach
comes
and
off
that.
of that.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. All right, I appreciate it for the input. I was nice little trip down memory lane. Who else we missing?
I'm trying to
my
think.
boy. Oh, Texas Cheer.
Yeah.
So some guy named Pedro is supposed to come pick up his Jim Beam.
He still hasn't picked up that Jim Beam
No,
orange.
he's disqualified.
It's over.
He's 2 different times he was supposed to pick it up, and he's supposed to come by today and grab the Jim Beam special that he won. I think we're going to have to put it back up for auction, y'all. Maybe tomorrow night.
Hey,
or
man.
whenever we do a show again.
Well, this is your last chance, Pedro. Reach out to us and
Yeah,
make
this
something
is it.
happen.
Yeah, Pedro, you have till the end of the day, Holmes. Seriously, we're going to have to put it back in the rotation. Sweet hookups for the rest of the month. You got about a week left at all 7 Texas Cheer Liquors for these current monthly November specials. You got the Redemption Rye for just $24.99 a bottle. The 818 Tequila Repo, just $34.99 a bottle. And you've got the wine sales they've always got, too. So right now, the hookup wine of November at Texas Cheer is the Casillero del Diablo.
Yes, sir.
And they make Cab, they make Pinot, they make Merlot and Malbec, and they're all on sale for just $9.99 a bottle. Or you can get 2 bottles of that hooch for just $14.99. It's Texas Cheer Liquor, and as always, mention in the building, and you will get 5% off. It's got to be in the building, not Rudy J, not Love You
Not
Hard.
Mike,
in the
not
building.
LG's. Got to say I'm in the building.
In the building, and you'll get 5% off everything you purchase at all area Texas
And they
Cheer
got the
Liquors.
Gobble Till You Wobble lit kit.
Okay.
They just had Eat Migos come back out. They got a new lit kit. So
I saw that dude eat Migo. We should get him on. I've
I know,
actually
you
talked to him a
reached
little.
out to him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we're
gotta
talking
get
about.
him on.
I'm working on that. It's just, we got to get folks in town. We got holidays and stuff.
no, holidays
Yeah,
are
man.
rough.
All right, our families are waiting on us, and I'm ready
Yeah.
to drink a beer.
Me too.
All right. So next live show, not tomorrow. It's my birthday. Can I get tomorrow off?
Yeah.
Y'all give me a day off?
LG, what you
Y'all
think?
give me a day off
What
tomorrow?
you think, LG?
Tuesday.
Sure.
All right.
Well,
We'll do Tuesday.
y'all let me know.
Tuesday works.
Y'all are acting weird. Whatever. Okay, that's it. We're done. You'll see us when you see us. And apparently
everybody-
the Cowboys are playing tough. Of course.
Wait a minute.
Watch them ruin their draft status.
Hey, y'all send a little. Mike turns 50 tomorrow, man. Happy birthday,
Thank
bro.
you, man. Appreciate
That's
that, man.
That's a
Thank
blessing,
you, man. Thank you, sir.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
Suspect has a child on her back. Suspect has a child on her back.
The San Diego Padres.
The Padres.
What?
Well, let me see your Seawalk, dog. Let me see.
Let me see your seawall.
Oh, I can only say
Thankfully,
that. You can't say
I
that.
can't say that, right? Wait, I can't say seawalk? No. All right, you got to let me know these things. I'm gonna get shot.
Suspect has on a crossbody.
This Cowboy game is going to be 3-0
What's the
at the
score?
half. How boring.
What's the score?
How 3-0 Washington. Cooper Rush probably is throwing for 10 yards total.
Suspect has a
awful.
red Toyota bag.
Okay. Thank you,
Come
everybody.
get her.
Thanks to all the folks that run this auto show
Sevy's disturbed by me.
for letting us come out here. It's embarrassing. She gets that age. You don't like
sorry, Sevy.
interaction with strangers is an issue. I highly appreciate it. Thank y'all. See you when we see you. Love you hard. Thanks to the auto show. Been
Oakland
awesome.
A's.
Thanks, everybody.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.